welcome back to Glory Hunter with me, Alex, and this is going to be the episode that we're getting along now, but I think there's going to be the first 3 episodes of this season, last episode, this episode, and this episode after, are going to be very, very close to each other. As you can see, there's quite a few games that I want to try and get through. That'll be quite interesting, and then we've got like a block. We have just a block here that's just nothing. It's nothingness, really. So I'd like to see if I can sort of skip through a big chunk of the season there, and then try and get through, like we have another big chunk here, which perhaps, to be honest now, we've got quite a few games here like this, but then this big chunk towards the end here, there might be a few FA Cup games here and there, but let's see. I'm trying to keep it progressing as fast as I can, basically. But this episode today, we're going to do the Champions League stage, the first game of the Champions League, that is, and then Chelsea at home, which is another big game, as I'll show you in a second. But our groups, I'll show you all the groups, actually. Let's see, can I show all the groups? All the groups. So, the first group here, Liverpool, Real Madrid and AC Milan, will be a big, big, big one. Don't know if Anderlecht will manage to get any wins out of this. As you can see already, it's not really been great for them, but it'll be quite interesting to see what sort of happens in that sort of group. Next up, we've got Group B, Juventus and Dortmund. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'll just pick out a few that'll be quite interesting. That'll be Group C here. Be a look out for this one, because that can sort of go any which way. I've not really looked at the teams, but I know they're 4 very, very strong teams, to be honest with you. Another one to look out for is this one, already an upset. Salzburg, I think, beat Napoli, which is quite a big upset. I don't think that's right. I think Barcelona beat Napoli. And then we have our group stage. Now, we are quite a dominant side. We're very, very strong in the league at the moment. But Bayer Leverkusen, Marseille and Benfica are all 3 very strong sides. So we'll have to... It's not like we're going to have in the Europa League, who could sort of dish out a second side. It's going to be quite intense now. It's going to be quite intense coming into them. And as for the other ones, it's not really that interesting. But let's get straight into the side that we shall be playing against. Benfica today. It'll be quite an interesting game. I'm playing quite a strong side. I've taken Goretzka out for Van der Beek. Got Reguilon. I don't know how to say Sergei Reguilon. I'll go for Reguilon. Spanish left back. Brought him in for free over the transfer window. Looked very, very, very good. Got to admit, he's going to play in that wing back role instead of Luke Shaw. And I think that's more or less it. Sancho coming back into the side. Oh yeah, and Akanji coming on just to add a bit more pace, a bit more security at the back for any of those over-the-top balls. Right then, we're going to get straight into it. We're going to play positive. I believe we're away from home. Yeah. I'm just going to play it positive. Let's give the fans something to cheer for. It's not, I don't want to be like, I demand a win sort of thing. As we have a highlight, a minute 30 in, Eriksen gathers it from the corner, and Van der Beek shoots and he hits the post. Can Akanji get there? No. But wow, straight from the off, we've done pretty well there. As now they come forward in the second minute. So Gedson Fernandez, I believe that is, on the edge of the box. Andre Almeida now finds tons of space, and Jota gets a shot away. And now Sancho, can he clear? He can. Looks like they're very much up for this game as well. But hopefully we can sort of pull through with this side. So coming in up to 15 minutes now. Sort of even game so far. Nothing out of the ordinary, as we finally have a highlight again. Akanji to Wan-Bissaka out wide. Can he find a ball over the top? He can't. But Bruno Fernandes picks that up, plays it back to Van der Beek, who puts it out to Rashford out on that left-hand side. Martial now. Bruno Fernandes hits the post. Goes past Martial, who dragged the 2 defenders in, and Bruno Fernandes can't finish, but now takes the corner. And that's really whipped round, hasn't it? That's whipped completely around the goalkeeper. Right. As we have another highlight, it's Manchester United us coming forward again. Rashford gets tackled, but Fernandes picks the ball up. Now Sancho, can he run it down the line? Cuts it back inside to Van der Beek, who finds Wan-Bissaka on the overlap. He's been pretty lethal this season so far, Wan-Bissaka, as I say that. We're now open to a counter. As Wan-Bissaka gets back into his position, fair enough to him. Akanji picks it up again. Now, can we find the ball forward? Sancho, it gets tackled again. It's not going great. Lindelof finds the ball out, but it falls to Gedson Fernandez, who can curl it, and it's just wide of the post. They're looking quite inspired so far, and as a ball in finds its way, will he cross it again? He will. Sancho manages to pick it up, but luckily De Gea secures the ball. I'm going to tell them to concentrate a bit here now. Fernandez with the ball up front. Eriksen tries to find Martial, which he does. Martial now, and it's a great save by their keeper. This is really end-to-end stuff, to be honest. Really good stuff by both sides. We're all looking composed, looking pretty professional out in this away game. Sancho now, can he finish that? He can't, and there's no one there to tap it in. I thought it might have been a little bit of a goal there. Bruno Fernandes, can he put a good ball in? He can't, and Rashford now picks up the clearance. Akanji to Reguilon, and we're looking like we're doing quite well, to be honest. But as Jadon Sancho picks up a knock, that's to his lower leg, and might have to take him out. I'm going to leave until half time. I left until half time last time, and we all know what happened. He got injured. But let's just try and encourage the play a bit more. Keep it going. Stay positive. As Sancho has the ball now, he punts that really far forward. But Fernandes brings it down. Rashford's now through on goal. Can he finish? He can't. And Martial's not there. We've had so many chances to just tuck these away. Fernandes on the corner now. Can he put a good ball in? He can. Akanji's there to pick it up. Can he play it to the edge of the box? He can. And there's deflection. But Zlobin, not Zayabin, Zlobin. That is a weird name, that Zlobin. Quite nice to say, actually. And played down the line to Lindelof. And De Gea picks it up. Out to Eriksen now. He plays a bit of a deeper role today. And Van der Beek finds Martial. Can he go around the keeper? He doesn't, and he just can't find the finish today, Martial. He's playing really, really good in the Premier League. I'll have to show you, just before our next game against Chelsea, I'll show you the Premier League fixtures that we've actually won. As Martial's through on goal again. Can he finish this time? He can't. What's going on here? I might actually swap Martial and Rashford around, because we need a bit more a bit more of a lethal finish up front. And I think Martial's not really capable of that this game. He's not really doing that well. I'm just going to swap these two lads around, see what they can do, and obviously take off Sanchez. I'm going to bring on Greenwood, just in case. I'll make him that inside forward he prefers. Go to the dressing room. I'm calm. Unlucky boys. It's just not gone right so far. We've been having the shots. It's just not gone right so far. As Bruno Fernandes with a free kick early in the second half. As Greenwood's there, and he just can't get his head on it. It just looks like we can't finish today. As Wan-Bissaka, we have another highlight. Akanji now plays it out wide to Martial, who's been switched to that left-hand side, who finds the cross into Greenwood, and bang! Top left-hand corner. What a finish by Greenwood. With a typical placed finish by Greenwood, it said there. Just standard Greenwood. So far this series, if anything. Martial picks it up. Great cross in towards Greenwood, who takes that lovely. Right into the side netting. His third goal of the season. Assist by Martial. I think they're checking for an offside here now. I don't know why. Yeah, never an offside. Behind Greenwood, he manages to adjust his position and take it perfectly into that side netting now. I'm pretty happy with the squad so far. We're playing well. We've got the energy. Rashford's looking a bit better up front. Martial obviously looking better on that left-hand flank now. Supported role. As Rashford's played forward, can he find the finish that Martial couldn't? And he does. What a goal. What a goal. Rashford, away fans are chanting Rashford's name. Great ball by Christian Eriksen there. Fernandes just plays it back to him, and Eriksen with the first time ball over the top as Rashford peels away from that centre-back. They're not going to catch him, and he just takes his time and slots it home into that top left-hand corner. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. Third of the season for Rashford now. I think I might make a few changes just because I don't want Wan-Bissaka to be too tired for this next game. He does get tired quite quickly. I'm definitely not playing Maguire on the right. I'm going to play Akanji on that right-hand side. And I'm also going to bring on... I'll bring Van der Beek off. I don't want to get him into too much trouble, and I'll bring on Goretzka. Just so he doesn't pick up another yellow card anyway. Coming up to the 17th minute now, we've been pretty pretty standard performance, should I say, from us, from the lads. They're looking fired up. I'm just going to tell them don't get complacent, basically. Yeah, concentrate. Just concentrate, boys. As Greenwood crosses it in, he's a good free kick taker, Greenwood. I've got to admit, he's very, very good free kick taker. As he plays it forward to Martial. Martial now, can he get a ball across? He can't. Akanji on that right hand side tries to find the invisible man. I don't know who that was to. As they now come forward, Maguire manages to keep up with his man. Can't believe that. It must be the fitness. As they're playing it inside now, and De Gea with a good save. De Gea with a very good save. Marseille and Bayer Leverkusen are drawing still after the 82nd minute. Can we get this corner away? We can. Tonali actually signed for Marseille. He was a player that I was thinking of bringing in for the future for this side, but then Donny van der Beek, he's a bit better, and he's more of a box-to-box midfielder in this save. So he isn't playing for us, isn't it? Obviously, Bailly as well. Bailly was another option instead of Sancho at the start of this save, who was going to bring in, but he's performing well for Bayer Leverkusen. Akanji now plays it to Greenwood. Can he find his finish? He can. Greenwood in Europe is outstanding, I've got to admit. That's 2 goals for him now this game, and 4th goal of the season. He's really good in Europe. He seems to be like that. There was a player years ago who was just outstanding. I think Henrik Larsson was good anyway, but in Europe, Henrik Larsson for Celtic back in the day, he just used to beat everyone. He was very, very good. But yeah, we're playing pretty well this game. Greenwood's been the highlight. Moving Martial to that left-hand side has been very good for us as well, I've got to admit. Playing Rashford up front. Could have actually pushed Rashford out onto that right-hand side instead of Greenwood. As we pick it up again, we've got the bodies forward. Goretzka plays the ball a bit too early for my liking anyway. Can we get it clear nicely now? We can. But down the line to Martial, who's in space. Lindelof now, he plays the ball forward. Who's there? It's a beautiful ball forward. And Bruno Fernandes, don't know what he did there, just took a touch too early. As the highlight continues and they now come forward. Is that Chow? Is that how you spell his name? And they've scored. Right. Okay then. That was a beautiful ball by Chow, I think. Is that how you spell Chow? Yeah, I think that's Chow. Chow plays a lovely ball to the back post. Quite ironic, really, considering that's how I finish my videos. And then Gonçalves, I think, finishes quite nicely. Bruno Fernandes bringing it forward through the middle here. He's got a lot of space here. And he takes a shot, and it's a great save. It's just sort of opened up for him there. As we have a corner now, will the ref blow his whistle? Cross it in. No one's at the back post, and it might blow the whistle here. As I can see this coming to nothing. And actually, is that a second yellow? No, I thought it was a second yellow then. Bruno Fernandes with the ball in. Greenwood's there. Nope. Goal kick. And I think that'll be the end of the game for Benfica. Now that game went on a hell of a long time. I'm going to say I'm pleased with the result. Very happy with the result, how we played. Brilliant game. And just to speed up these episodes, because that was a very long episode, a lot of highlights in there. I'm just going to jump straight into that Chelsea game that we've got next in the Premier League. Right, here we are. I'm going to just show you the fixtures we had previously. So obviously we left off at that Arsenal game. So then we had the game against Fulham, in which pretty just standard day at the office. Martial scored a penalty and Sancho getting the goal as well. As well as that, Southampton, we beat 3-0. Just comfortable as well. Pinker brought on Martial as a substitute for Greenwood up front. Just goes and scores a game. And then Brighton as well. Just standard. Easy winners again. Didn't want to play Martial in that game just in case he got injured. Because I think he picked up a bit of a knock. Just in case for that Benfica game. But yeah, playing pretty well at the moment. We're actually off to a flyer in the Premier League. We're playing very well. And if we can get this win against Chelsea, it'll put us even higher up in this table. We've taken points off Arsenal and we will have taken points off Chelsea as well. Sancho picked up a injury in that last game. So I'm going to have Januzaj play in his place. I'm also going to bring Luke Shaw back into the side as standard. Take him off. Who can replace him? I'll bring Pogba back into the side just for the bit of fitness. In centre-back, I'm going to bring Maguire back on, just so that partnership's still there with those two. I'm going to bring on Goretzka with Eriksen, and then Fernandes in the middle like so. Bring Palacios off actually, and I'm going to bring on. I'll have Dalot on because he can play out wide. Actually, he can play more higher up on that one of the wide positions if we need him to. So then, let's get straight into this game. Dalot's actually been playing very well. I'm happy he's back because he can play replace Wan-Bissaka because Dalot's become a really good player. I keep saying it every single episode, I think, but he's really progressed into a great player. So we are at home against Chelsea. Chelsea's team, they're looking quite solid. I've got to admit, they signed Rodriguez on a free from Real Madrid. Now that came in January. That was a very good signing for them. Let's Mason Mount play a bit more of a role just deeper so he can play the balls over. They've got Chiesa and Pulisic as well as Hudson-Odoi on the bench, who we know can develop into a great player. I don't know what he's like this season. Yeah, he's playing pretty well. In 2 years' time, he'll probably be quite near enough world class anyway. But their side's still very strong. I'm going to just focus going down the right-hand side, actually, because now I've just seen it. Azpilicueta is not the fastest of players. Excuse me again. So I'm just gonna play it down the right, see if we can take advantage of him. So let's go into the game. I'm going to be passionate. I'm going to get assertive, actually. Excuse me, I've got a bit of wind. Ignore the recent praise from the media and play your natural game. In fact, the media have given you a lot of credit, so I want to be assertive and say, we've got to win this game. The media are giving you the credit, so just, make the most of it. Just prove them right, if anything. Luke Shaw picking up a yellow card here, as we seem to be starting off the stronger side out of the two. Got to admit, looking quite good. If they're looking to drop off, because they are playing Hudson-Odoi, Azpilicueta's playing. Reece James isn't as how would you put it? Isn't as fit as normal. So I might actually attack a bit more because their midfielders aren't the most defensive midfielders, Kovacic and Mason Mount. So I'm going to attack a bit more because I believe we can probably get something from this. As they have a highlight here. Chiesa coming forward, and we know he's a very good player. Can Luke Shaw make it hard for him? And Danny, jeez, that was a quick. I'm not used to seeing that. Very quick play there. Tammy Abraham having a shot on goal and De Gea powering it away, and Kovacic manages to pick up the save. That's their first 2 shots and 2 shots on target. I'm going to say show some passion, lads, because we need to get them fired up. And that's half time compared to the other game. I'm going to get assertive with them. I'm far from pleased what I just saw from the lads in the other game against Benfica. That it wasn't as quick as this. I'm going to change up the team. I'm going to play it a little less as wide and play a bit more direct. Not going to focus down the left or right. I'm just going to play it normally. Should I dribble less? No, I won't dribble less. In transition, I'm going to say distribute it to the flanks. No, I'll distribute over the top. I'm going to push a bit further forward. Just because I know that they're a more attacking side, I'm hoping if I can bring on perhaps Greenwood on that right-hand side for Januzaj, there'd be a bit more pace. And I could possibly change the formation, if anything, just to get that three players on their defence and make it quite hard for them. So we're going to see what it brings to us anyway. Azpilicueta with a throw-in to Mason Mount. Can he find the ball? He can. Chiesa's the target, but it can't find him. And Luke Shaw's in no man's land here. As Reece James has space, a lot of space. Goretzka picks up the ball and just thumps it clear for no reason whatsoever. Mason Mount picks it up again. They seem to be on the aggressive side here. Luke Shaw manages to take care of Chiesa, which is good for us. Now Rashford picks up the ball. Can he run at them like he normally can? Find the ball out wide to Januzaj. He's got the overlapping support of Wan-Bissaka, but he takes it inside himself. Bruno Fernandes to Rashford, who tries to curl one in the top right-hand corner there. And we go straight into another highlight. Now, they haven't had a shot since their previous shot at the end of the first half. It's looking pretty shaky from Chelsea here. But they're bringing it forward. They're looking to press forward as we win the ball back. And it's a great ball forward. And Bruno Fernandes, I couldn't get my words in quick enough as we're lethal going forward this season. You can see so many bodies on the edge of that defence there. Goretzka picks up the ball in that midfield. I like that he's midfield too. Rashford just plays a ball over the top, and there's 4 players. It was 4 on 3 there. And Bruno Fernandes just thumps it home. Great assist by Marcus Rashford, and there we have it. 1-0 up. And we're just going to drop back into that positive role now. James Rodriguez with a ball in. Can we pick up the ball and push forward again? Finds Reece James out on the left this time. The two wing backs are playing out on their left. Kovacic picks up the ball. He finds James Rodriguez, who's still out on that right-hand side. Manages to keep the ball in. Goretzka blocks it, and it's a weird ball across to Reece James. He manages to find a shot. Elsewhere, as we can see, City are beating Arsenal away from home 3-1. Bentancur, their recent signing this season, 66 million, actually picking up 2 goals. And Zaha scoring for them. Obviously an ex-United player as well. And that's a poor clearance by Christensen there. Januzaj with the ball in, he can't find anyone, and Hudson-Odoi looks to bring it forward. Ericsson takes it back off him though. Martial with a great touch out of his feet. It's a bit of a mix-up. Martial's managed to bounce on a mix-up between Rudiger and Kepa there. Much like real life, Kepa not taking control of the situation. That's a really poor mistake by Chelsea there. They've not been in the game at all this season. I thought it was a good touch out of his feet by Martial, who just jumps and gets there first before Rudiger can get there. And he puts it away. Martial, how many goals is that now? 9? I think 9 goals from this season. As we look to come forward again, we've got the numbers again for going forward. Martial coming up on this right-hand side. Can he find a ball in? He takes it past one. Bruno Fernandes there now. Back to Luke Shaw. Never really been his forte, has it been? The Luke Shaw shooting from there. Right, I'm going to take off Wan-Bissaka, who's looking a bit fatigued at the moment. Bring on Diego Dalot again, so we can get back into the routine of playing. I quite like what I've seen from these two in the middle, and Bruno Fernandes as well. I'm not going to change anything around there. Januzaj has been coming forward, but not really been effective with it, so I'm going to bring on Mason Greenwood in that inside forward role, as I always do. And I'm going to confirm the changes. Let's see what we can... I might have missed that. I keep forgetting to pause after that. Obviously, that episode last time. Luke Shaw now to Rashford. Luke Shaw plays the ball across towards Greenwood, who can't find out the pass. I think there's someone downstairs as the dog's barking. Christensen now. Someone knocking on the door. I'm going to have to pause the game in a second as we come forward. Greenwood now. Can he do something with it? What on earth was that? Plays it back to Lindelof, to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw now on the ball to Goretzka. The dog's barking it. Someone's at the door. The phone's going off. Luke Shaw crosses it in towards Greenwood and he nods it home. What a goal. And I'm just going to have to pause. Hello! Right, we're back into this game now. Let my sister in. Let's have a look what we can do here. So it was Luke Shaw. It was Greenwood. Greenwood's just scored. Luke Shaw with the ball in. Great ball in across the face of goal. And then Greenwood just gets higher than Azpilicueta. I can't even say it. His name is so hard to say. Checking for the offside now. It's not there. Azpilicueta, just poor defending. I think it was him anyway. I couldn't get a click on him then. But yeah, I believe it was Azpilicueta. Christensen, right now. Trying to get back into this game now. We're 3-0 up against Chelsea, which is an absolute thumping, really. Luke Shaw taking control of Pulisic on that right-hand side. Poor ball back, and now Bruno Fernandes comes forward. We're looking dangerous with every attack we go on now. Bruno Fernandes, what can he do? He shoots, but Martial's there to pick up the tap in. That's number 10 already. I think we've only played 6 games, and that's number 10 for Martial. He's not even played all 6. I think he's only played 4 or 5. Come on, he's played 4, came on as a sub in 1, and not played another. And that's 10 goals for him in the Premier League. He's off to an absolute flyer. And we're looking really, really good here at home against Chelsea. 4-0 is a big game for us. Just going to make our final substitution towards the end here. I'm going to bring on Paul Pogba for Christian Eriksen. Just to get him a bit of game time. As ever, he wants to leave, but now he's seeing how good our side is. He's sort of shaken up that we're winning without him, and he wants to stay. As we concede late. It seems to be a theme now. We seem to concede very late on. Zuma plays the ball out to Pulisic. Pulisic back to Zuma, who fired on in first time. A very good ball, to be fair. And Dalot just falling asleep to Chiesa, who's now playing on that left-hand side, which is quite interesting. Kepa plays it out. It's another highlight for them. I'm not liking this, how they're coming forward now. Pulisic on the ball, running it forward. They're looking to sort of cut inside. Dalot cleans it up, though, and clears it, if anything. Jorginho now. To Christensen, to Kovacic. Kovacic running it forward. He plays it to Chiesa, who has another shot into here with a great save. Chiesa's looking pretty lethal now, coming up to the last few minutes of the game. As we come forward again. Now, we have got that Mason Greenwood on the right hand side, but Bruno Fernandes goes it alone, and Kepa with a great save. And elsewhere, actually, Arsenal have got one back against City, and just as I talk about it, City have scored in the 92nd minute. As we look to try and get another goal, actually, and it's gone out for a throw-in. I think that might be the last time out of the game as we go forward. Actually, it's not. As Zuma now comes forward, will he cross it in again? He does. Can't find Abraham in space though, and Pogba plays the ball forward towards Martial. Can he find the overlapping run of Rashford? He can't, but Rudiger's gone in there on Martial, which is a stupid tackle. It's going to be his second yellow. And there we have it. He's been sent off in the 94th minute, which is, of anything, very odd. Very, very odd. Bruno Fernandes with the ball in Greenwood, and it's over the bar. But we've absolutely outplayed Chelsea today. Absolutely outplayed them. Great game from the boys. I don't need to address anything. Yes, we do. I'm very happy with how you've played out there. Really, really good game. As you can see elsewhere, Everton drew with Tottenham, which puts them even further away from us. We beat Chelsea, which means they drop 3 points and we gain 3 points. But City going through more or less standard procedure now, apart from the fact they lost to Tottenham. Was that away from home? Yeah, it was away from home. They lost to Tottenham, which was sort of an odd one, but yeah, we've done very, very well, I've got to admit. Start of the season looking strong again. Same thing as last season, we started off so strong. We dropped a few points towards the midway through the season, and then picked up towards the end as well. As Lampard is not very happy about the game, I wouldn't be either. But yeah, that's the end of the games. I'm going to show you where I want to pick up next time. Actually, it's going to be not second leg. We're not even through to that point yet. Bayer Leverkusen game. So it's in like 3 games time. This is what I mean about all the games picking up now. I want to show you the derby against City, and I want to show you the Bayer Leverkusen game, which would be quite interesting. And then we have this bulk of nothingness throughout here. We have a lot of the Champions League games, but there's nothing really going on. And then I think we'll hit episode 15, and I think every 5 episodes or so, I think I might try and do 3 games in a video. So we're going to hit this sort of period now. If we're like flying away from Tottenham and Tottenham aren't playing well, I'll probably just play these 2 games. But otherwise, to try and get through the season, I'm going to play these 2 games, and then we'll just see this chunk out. Sort of like the lesser sides. Watford aren't playing great this season. Crystal Palace aren't great either. West Brom nearly promoted. Bournemouth not fantastic. Obviously, we have these 2 games that we're playing in the next episode. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like. If you're enjoying this series, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Ciao.